What's up, YouTube? Marcus Rokman here. Oh, I'm going to flip this around. Marcus Rokman here with Bodan Temnyk. We're duelists of the kingdom, etc.
We're in New Zealand right now.
We're in New Zealand. We're at the airport.
This is such an arse mole.
It's actually ridiculous. We're waiting for the flight. He's chilling with me. His flight's half an hour after mine. But we're doing a deck profile for you today. We'll show you what we played at the Oceanic Championship. Pretty good deck, I think. I went 5-1 in Swiss, and for some reason there was only 41 players at this event, and lost in top 32 to someone who was 2-4. I was second after Swiss.
The guy was 2-3.
This guy's actually an embarrassment to our deck. He went 2 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw.
To be fair, my draw was against the back-to-back New Zealand national champion, who's like, he's not that good.
Yeah.
Kevin, if you're watching.
No.
But the basics were, game 1, I literally arse-parted him. Like, I mauled him. Game 2, I needed to draw any spell. Like, I needed to draw Avarice or fucking, like, Phantom Beast or X card, right? And I win from there, and then, you know...
Let's not go into this.
Let me give you the justification here. Like, round 1 I win. Round 2 I lose because he had the stones. Like, this guy came second, and he played terribly. Like, you'll probably see the duel video on whatever site, but he played like the arse pilot. He was running TG plants, and then I lost to a gadget deck because he ran
Your Banisher
main, and, like, all these really
he
weird shit.
cancelled you out.
And like, those were the games that I dropped because, like, I had no control out. Like, I drew all the, like, non-standalone cards. I drew the TG ones and, like, all that. They were all dead. And then I played against Gehring.
Yeah, we're not... This isn't like, tournament report, man.
No, just let me
We hear you lose. You lost. He
misplayed
against Gehring. He played like shit in this event.
Oh, I don't care.
I was disappointed with him, but he's all G. I still love him.
I top David.
The thing is, right, like, so we're going to talk about our deck, and... So obviously he like went 2-3-1. It was pretty disappointing for both of us because we thought this deck was insane. He kind of got unlucky, and I got unlucky in top 32. But the thing is, right, he made top 8. He somehow made top 8.
I maxed a game 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I drew 3 or 4 off it, right? And my opponent decides to special summon 2 Warwolf for no reason.
Yeah, I know. These people...
No apparent reason. I plus so much off the max C that I just arse-piled him, right? And this guy came second. I just think, what the fuck is up with this? But like,
the event was ridiculous. There was 41 players, and it was a top 32 cut. They may as well have made it just Swiss from the start. Like, there was it was literally 6 rounds of irrelevant. I was 3-0, and I'm guaranteed to top. I can literally, like...
I was in the bubble with 3 losses.
I can literally walk away from the tournament for like 3 or 4 hours and come back for top 32. It was ridiculous, like, absolutely ridiculous. Like, people were just scooping games, like, when they were on, like, table 3 and 4 because they just couldn't be bothered. Whereas the bubble was getting played on the last 4 tables, and the first 4 tables were happy to just scoop it up. It was embarrassing. Like, the tournament was just some sort of sick joke. Anyway, enough rant. Onto the deck. We have 1 card difference in our total decks, so we played identical list. But, alright, so we played Tech Genius, 3 Rush Rhinos, very standard.
The old standard gauntlet of the 9s, you know, it's like gadgets, you know, that shit's legit.
3 Warwolf.
I'm not fucking retarded. I run 3 of the strikers because the cards are clusterfuck. I'm not fucking Hansel McBeaner Town, whatever the fuck his name is. That guy's awful. Like, I play bad, but I'm convinced he's just the worst player. Like, how do you make such a shitty main deck so thin, so fucking thin? If he's watching this, he can suck my balls. 3 Tengu,
2 Vela. We were expecting plants. We were expecting plants. Like, JJ played it. It's a pretty good card. Like, I wasn't too thrilled with it all day. Like, but like, it's needed.
It had its moments.
Yeah, it had its moments.
But then you have the double
2
max C, which justifies the Velas.
This card is actually a clusterfuck. This card's absolutely ridiculous right now. Anyone who's not playing this card,
it's either going to stop them for a turn or you plus a billion. It's fucking stupid. I chained it to a lone fight so many times it wasn't even funny.
Fucking ridiculous card. Like, absolutely, like, so many people, bad kids, like, just let you draw 3 cards, and it's literally like better than Pot of Greed.
And Gauze, because we're running the max C.
Gauze, because it's a fucking hero card, and you don't want to get derp. This actually like reduces.
It's like, I think these cards are like irrelevant. If they go off, they can still win. Even if you
like, you can catch a Vela and a Gauze, like, off your max C as cards you can do, like, activate from your hand. Obviously, Gauze was just literally like, I mean, he prevents herp derping, and like that's why me and Bodan opted to play it. Like we were arguing about Gauze the night before, but we decided that Gauze was probably the best choice.
They call me Steve Perry because I justified all that shit to him.
Yeah, he convinced me to play Gauze. I think it's pretty good. It was a pretty good choice. It just stops herp derping. 3 Pot of Dualities, because that card is like essential in this deck.
Everything.
It fucking it gets you all your cards. Like anyone who's not running 3 is just a retard in this list. Poor, that's right. Not anymore because it's coming out again. 2 Typhoons, very standard. This is going to be a pretty quick deck profile, but we're going to give like a small amount of reasoning. 2 Typhoons, people from the airport. 2 Pot of Avarice. We opted to play 2. It sends back Tengu. You obviously play this over TGHXL or whatever it's fucking called. This card is like really, really, really good. Like I was missing you can't play 3. It's too many. But like 2, I feel like woo girls.
Bitches who need them.
Yeah.
Jokes.
Book of Moon, standard. Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, standard.
I can justify Dark Hole if you want.
Derp. Alright, best card in the deck, 3 Horn of the Phantom Beast.
The card is the Stones. The only bad thing about it is that it doesn't stand alone. I draw a lot of dead hands with like that and the TG1.
God, this card actually mauls bad players, and it just mauls people in general. But yeah, I actually outplayed like the mirror with this card.
It's easy
like people just flip 3 with like their multiples, or they just like flip them at the worst times, and you're like, you can actually like people just fast roll this card way too much.
I concur.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We opted to play 3 TG EM1s because this card's like balling out of control. I don't know why people opt to play less. I mean, you get more inconsistent draws like with it, but you want to see this card as much as possible in my opinion. And I think like this card wins games. I stole Scrap Dragon this weekend. I stole, Stardust. I stole like things when they were about to go into like a clutch GN, etc., etc. The card just is ridiculous. Like you have to play 3 in my opinion, and Bodan and I just opted to play 3. Agree? Yeah. 2 Solemn Warnings, standard. Royal Oppression, Solemn Judgment, Torrential Tribute, all very standard. We played as well 2 D Prisons. We didn't want to play. We were going to play Mirror D Prison, but we opted to just play 2 D Prisons because we were expecting like a field of TG, and this is obviously far better.
D Prison's the nuts.
D Prison was like, we didn't want Mirror Force, although it's better against good players. We opted to board it like just in case, like we actually wanted it for some reason, but we're not really liking it right now, and we preferred the D Prison. Any further thoughts? Good card is good.
Card if you're drawing like shit.
So that's the main deck. Side deck. I don't even care what people think.
Neither do I.
3 Thunder Kings. Because for the mirror, and yeah, this card's pretty balling at the moment.
Pretty sick, like
pretty ridiculous. Pretty fucking ridiculous. 2 Papa Plants, because yeah, because of like Samurai, etc. 2 Cyber Dragons, because
so ridiculous.
It's really, really generic and good. Yeah,
against everything, because it runs over the Raya, it does all that shit.
Yeah, we opted for 2 Dust Tornadoes. Yeah. For like the purposes of spell and trap removal, we was like, we don't want to run for the Necro Valleys, etc. We opted for 1 Breaker.
I enjoyed Breaker personally.
We actually played 1 Breaker. We wanted to just try it out. We actually had 2 at one point, but we just decided there's a lot of random one-offs which look a bit awkward, but like we actually like thought about this, and I mean, I personally, the only thing I would have changed for the board would have been like I would have had a bit more Samurai hate, but like. Otherwise, the deck was really solid. The Breaker was fine. Like, I drew it a couple times, and it was actually not bad. It's a good card. 1 Kinetic Soldier, which I wish I had another one of. I don't know why we didn't play 2.
I won a game because my opponent just swung into it for some reason.
Card's ridiculous.
It's very cute.
Yeah, it's cute as a one-off, I guess. But, yeah. We probably should have played 2 just because we're not playing Sangan as well. Like, I mean, it's bad not to play 2 there. Mirror Force, because... people are bad in, like, they run into this card. This card's just a really good card, but, like, we just prefer to play the D Prison because of, like, the extra D Prison main, because we just felt like TGs was going to be big due to the North American WCQ. We boarded the 3rd D Prison, because like D Prison's generally good against everything.
In the mirror, I like it.
And
Like
like
TG ones.
Yeah, we want more. I actually like the TG ones in the mirror because people fuck the swapping up. But like, I mean, this card's just good to have as a 3-of in the mirror. We like this card a lot. One Starlight Road because plants, etc. And it's really unexpected. And Malevolent Catastrophe, really good. Solid all weekend. And one Bottomless.
Bottomless Shrapnel, our tribute to New Zealand.
Yeah, we love this card.
That's Christchurch.
Yeah.
In real time.
Earthquakes. No, we love this card. Like we should have played 2.
That card won me the game like so many times.
Yeah, we should have played 2, I reckon, but whatevs.
Breaker and Bottomless, so good in my top 32 match.
Standard. We got the old Gambit of the old 1-of extra. We got to play Exceeds for our WCQ, which is pretty randy, but like, you know how it is, Bodan. Anyway, one Guy Night, which was like iffy, but like we needed to. One Barkion.
I didn't go into Barkion as much as I wanted to play.
Yeah, sure.
And every time I
The
went.
the extra deck's really flexible, so you can play a lot of random stuff. Well, you try not to,
Yeah,
but
of course.
I opted to play the Xian, but Bodan opted to play the Arcanite Magician. I think the Arcanite Magician's a bit more slim because like I wasn't expecting to bring it out very often. Like the way you bring it out is.
Did you ever drop the Xian?
I didn't, but like the prospect of having it, I played against Samurai. There was 5 Samurai in the meta, but I actually really liked having the Xian as an option because obviously if you Striker and if you TG1 any of their level 3s, you can sync for Xian. I think it's like the Arcanite thing's really slim with the 2 Striker and the Warwolf and the you make a Librarian, you make a Arcanite. Yeah, I don't think it's coming up very often, and you rarely want to synchro 3 of your TGs out and not get any of their effects. Sorry, this is all in a bit of unorder. We just quickly wanted to randomly do this on a whim. One Chimera Tech because we don't want to play against randy decks, and there's a lot of room. Standard, Scrap, Standard, Black Rose, Standard, Alive Justice, Standard, Librarian. One Wonder Magician. I mean, you can play 2, but
I never dropped it. I dropped it a few times. Just to hit the lone back row.
Yeah. It was pretty
I don't want to go Wonder Magician to 4 back row. That came up so many times.
Yeah, the card's really good. You don't really need more because you pot of Avarice and stuff. Bryonic because it's standard and it's really good. You go into this probably one of the most out of all your synchros. Trish, which you go into probably one of the most as well. Just Trish, Bryo, Wonder Magician, and Barkion is pretty much all you really go into, and other level 5s, I guess. Power Gladiator, because I dropped it twice actually. It's really insane. Trample. There's an empty sleeve here, but this is meant to be a number 39 Utopia.
Mummy games.
Card's ridiculous in this deck. It triggers off Tengu. Tengu triggers when you exceed with it. So, obviously it's not here, but Utopia was really good. And for me, the personal MVP of the weekend. Well, it's not really special, but we played it because you can go into it. But Mistworm.
He wasn't running it, and then I told him.
Yeah, he told me to play this card. Mistworm.
Especially with Max C, Veiler.
It's absolutely insane as having another option to Trish. There's a lot of situations you get into where you actually need this over the Trish, in my opinion. Well, I got into a couple. But randomly one time I bounced double Burrito Stardust with this and won the game because of it. Couldn't pay for warning. Fucking ridiculous. It was so funny. We laughed pretty hard about that. Yeah, so that's pretty much our TG deck from the Oceanic Championships. In fact, that is exactly our list.
Props to Jeff Jones.
Yeah, the deck was really, really, really good. Solid as shit. But the event was awful and yeah. Any final thoughts, Bodan, on this Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling
This game's
system?
awful.
Yeah, this game's pretty bad right now. Yeah, in this thread, we got to probably ship the Justice and pack it in. We're tired as fuck. We went out last night with Chris Breezy, the old Chris Gehring. Chris Gehring. We'll shout him out. I'll shout out Aaron Dennis because I said I would.
Aaron Dennis or Aaron Dennis?
Aaron Dennis, the guy who won. Even
I had nothing against him, but what a format.
Yeah. Anyway, we're running out of time, but yeah.
Video of the Asian guy coming down the escalator. He's a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I can just tell.
Anyway, all right. Well, thanks YouTube. We'll see you later, and enjoy the deck if you want. Rate, comment, subscribe. Rokman Bodan Temnyk, Herp Derp Derp. Is it Herp Derp Derp? Alright, anyway, cheering. Bye.